Hi, guys. Good morning, everyone. What is that? You have? Hi, guys. Am I audible online? Yeah. Okay, guys. Thanks for acknowledgement. And yes, we can proceed with our session. So, in the last class, what is that we have seen? Okay, 4 types of methods. I gave you assignment for 4 types. Have you completed? Done? Okay. Yeah, correct. I lagging. No, guys, there is no lagging. So first, you can check internet from your side because I can see there is no lagging from my side. Guys, is it lagging for anyone else? Lag हो रहा है? नहीं ना? नहीं हो रहा है. Okay. ठीक है, guys. Surprise, you can check from your side once. Okay. So in the last class, we have seen that there is 4 types of methods, and I have given assignment, and I saw your response also. And with return type and parameter, and along with that, I guess you perform all the 4 operations, right? Yes, I'm absolutely happy with that. Is anyone in the session who wants me to write the 4 type of method? Is anyone there in the session? Yeah? No? Okay, simply for your reference, I'll quickly write the code for the 4th type also. Then we'll proceed with the next. You can कोई भी पैरामीटर को जैसे हम इक्लिप्स में हम रन कर दे रहे हैं, आउटपुट करेक्ट आ जाएगा। ओके, सेम उसी प्रोग्राम को हम इसमें कमांड प्रोम्प्ट में कर रहे हैं तो एरर आ जाएगा। नहीं, ऐसा नहीं हो रहा है सर, नहीं हो सकता, कुछ तो गलत कर रहे होंगे ना सर। इक्लिप्स में सही आ जा रहा है, फिर कॉपी करके हम पेस्ट करके हम क्या गलत कर रहे हैं? कुछ तो गलत, कुछ तो मिसिंग है। दिखाना मेरे को, मैं दिखाना। See here, error comes, see 2 things, okay? You in future you learn there is something. Just now you saw the program which I erased here. अभी कुछ लिखा था मैंने erase किया ना. The concept what I was teaching, there is something called exception handling. See here, whenever you run the program, 2 things are possible. One, you may get error, or second, you may get an exception. Exception occurs due to faulty inputs of the user. Whenever exception occurs, what happens? Your program will be terminated abnormally. Okay, but when come to error, error is one such thing which is occurred due to the syntax error. Means exact syntax is there. Apart from that, if you miss and you do something else, then error will come. Means at the end of the line, we need to give a semicolon. If you don't give semicolon, immediately your program will never run. It will throw an error. Means error cannot be handled. When come to exception, it can be handled. When take the exception concept, I'll teach you that. Let's come back here. Now, if you run your program in Eclipse, if it is running, means there is no syntax. If error is there, syntax error is there, then error will come there also. But apart from that, error is not coming there. And if you copy and paste same thing in a command from there also, it should run. There is no other possibility. If anything, if it is not running, then it might be something different. While running the command giving or any file name you have given, there you might have errors. But apart from that, there is impossible to throw an error when compared to Eclipse and Result. Yes, please. I'll be happy to see that. Okay, so yeah, quickly I'll write a code for the last one. Please check and let me know if you have any doubt in the last one. That is, I'll create a class, and class name and give it as something called a calculator. Okay, calculator. Inside this one, what I'll do, I'll tell it as something called, return type is required, so I'll declare the return type as an int. I'll tell it as something called method name as something called add, and the parameter is required int a comma int b. Okay, and open and close. So this is what we need to do it, right? We need to create a method which has the return type and which has the parameter. Yes or no? Online. Yeah. So then what I do, I'll tell you as int c is equals to a plus b, and I'll tell it as something called return c. Yes. Means what is happening? I have collected 2 parameters, performing addition, calculating a sum, storing inside a variable. That variable I am returning. Since I am returning something from this method, I have returned the return type of this method as a integer. Okay. Next, what is required? I'll tell it as something called class. This is small c. Okay. Small class. I'll tell it as something called a main, and inside this one, what I'll do, I'll create a method saying that public starting void main answering of args, and what is that I'll do? To access this particular method, object is required. I'll tell it something called new calculator, and I'll tell it as something called C, which is of type calculator. Okay, is it clear until here? Object has been created. Now, what is that? I need to call this particular method, but while calling to parameter is required, I'll tell it as something called C dot add method. I'll tell it 10, 20, and what I'll do, whatever it is returning, I'll collect inside a variable called sum. I'll declare this sum is of type integer. I'll write system.out.println. The sum is, I'll tell it as what? Sum. That's this is what you people also have written up. Any changes, any other doubts you have in this one, please look at this program. नहीं, इन दोनों में किसी एक ही क्लास को पब्लिक लगा सकते हैं. And always remember, guys, always declare a class as a public that contains a main. इसको है ना main public, इसको declare करो. इसको भी declare करेंगे तो error आएगा. If you want, you can check. Why, sir? Why can't we declare two classes as public? Miss, please wait for some 15 more classes. I'll discuss on. Okay, there is one concept. I'll take that at the time. I'll discuss in depth about it. But remember, always the class that contains a main method should be declared as a public. Okay. Online, someone is please acknowledge. Is it clear? Any doubts you have? Yes.
उसी को हम फाइल नेम से क्रिएट करेंगे. जैसे मेन डॉट जावा करेंगे तो इसको होगा, वहां पे करेंगे तो कैलकुलेटर डॉट जावा के नाम से सेव करेंगे तो इसकी होगा.
Yes, correct.
फिर वहां पर जब चेंज करेंगे कैलकुलेटर की जगह तो वहां नाम
देंगे. ठीक है. और कुछ डाउट है? No? Okay. So let's just proceed now. Now we'll learn something very, very important topic. That is, now you can see here, I am giving the values here statically. That is 10, 9, 20. Whenever I run the program, every time the same input will be given at 10, 9, 2, the output will become 30. One more time you run for this program, output will come as 30. One more time you run the same program. If you are running again and again, it's the same output 30 is coming. Sum is 30. Yes. Yes or no? Why? Because here value 10 and 20 only should go. I have fixed it. Yes or no? If I remove this 10, if I give 20, 20 and 20, next time the output will come it as 40. Means again that same program without making any changes, you keep on running. The output will be coming 40, 40, 40 only, right? But instead of this one, what we require is we'll collect the input from the user. Okay, saying that, hey, I don't want to pass 10 and 20. When I run the program, immediately when the message should come in the console. Okay, tell me what is the number you want to enter. User tell 100. Okay, I'll again one message should come. Please enter the second number also. Again, user will tell 200. At that time, what will happen? Immediately the 10, 100 and 200 should collect. It should pass to this particular method. It should go there, perform the addition, again bring the data, and it should display. Means what is happening? Instead of giving the data statically, I want to dynamically give the input to my program. Understanding? I want to collect the input from the user during the runtime, and then I need to run my program. Like this, how we can do. Means what is that? We need to collect the input from the user, right? Okay, so let me make a small modification. My voice is breaking now. Guys, is it facing by everyone or only Divya is facing this one? Is my voice breaking? No? Voice is fine, huh? Okay, Divya, please check your internet connection once from your side, okay? Let me know if you have it. Okay, fine. So let's try to collect the data from the user. Now remember, guys, in the Java, three types of streams are there. I believe I have explained this, give some glimpse about this streams when I wrote something called system.out.println. While explaining this, I have told that is one is the input stream we have, one is the output stream we have, one is the error stream. These three types of streams. Now, I'll see guys here, assume that this is my monitor. Okay, monitor. Now, what is the exact work of my monitor or my screen? What is the work of screen? So, display, right? Something just display. That is output need to be given. Okay. Now, when it comes to if I take my keyboard, okay, assume that this is my keyboard. What is the work of keyboard? It is used to give the input. Okay. So remember, monitor is used to give the output. Keyboard is used to give the input here. Okay. Now I want to display the data. Okay. Then what I do? I made use of something called a system class. Make use of the output stream and print the data. So what I did? I made use of something called out stream. Okay, out stream. What it did, whatever the data was present here, it just displayed on the console. Now, what is required? How do we give the input for my my monitor? My program by using a keyboard. Means what is there from the keyboard? Whatever user is entering, that need to be pushed to my program. Yes or no? So instead of what we need to do, output stream using to give the input, we need to make use of something called input stream. Okay, in stream. Yes or no? I wanted to display, so I use something called output stream. I want to collect the input from the user, so I'll make use of what? Input stream, that is in stream. Okay, now tell me, output stream was present where? Now look at here. Like this only I used to write now. System dot out dot println. Okay. Now I told. Remember how did I pronounce break this thing? Hey system class use the output stream. Understanding? Hey system class use the output stream means out was present inside the system class. Yes or no? Yes. Like that only, what is there here is something called input is also present in which one? System class only. Then what is that I need to do? I need to make you write here as something called system.in. System.in means here what I did, I invoke the output string which will give me the output. I am invoking the input string which will take the input. Yes, this much is clear online. Acknowledge? Yeah. Now, when it comes to the system.input stream, it is just one pipeline through which what will happen, the input will be sent to your program. But how do I collect the input from that particular pipe? Understanding? It is just a pipe. It will collect the data from the keyboard. But the data which has been collected in the pipe should be given to my programmer. To do that, there is one inbuilt class called scanner class. We have to make use of that the scanner class. That scanner class, what is the work of scanner class now? Whatever the data is coming, that input string, immediately it will select and give to your program. Understanding that? So how do we write it? Here, very simple. Let me erase these things. Okay. Online, focus here carefully. Here, how do I proceed ahead? Means I am telling here, what is that? System dot in stream. Okay, system dot in stream is required. That is my pipe which will collect the data. From the pipe, I need to give it to my program, right? So what I need to do? I need what? Scanner. Okay, that is scanner. Scanner, open and close and semicolon. What does scanner will do? It has the capability to fetch the input from this input stream. Okay, but scanner is a inbuilt class. Okay, it is inbuilt class. How to collect data, everything is there. But to access that, what we required, we need to get into the scanner class. Yes or no? Here, I had one method here. To access that method, what I did, I went inside this class. How did I went inside this class? By creating an object. Yes, sir. Now, how did I create an object? New calculator. Like that only to get inside the scanner class, I'll tell you here are something called new scanner. New scanner. I'm telling object of a scanner you create. Inside that, I'll give the what? Input stream data. Okay, then what will happen? This scanner class is ready to collect the input from the user. Now, I want to collect the input from the user again and again. That is for first variable also, second variable also. Multiple times. Then I don't want to write this thing again and again. So what I do, I create this object, store it inside some memory place. Okay. Whenever I want to collect the data from the user, I'll go to that particular memory space, I'll collect the data and I'll come back. Understanding? For an example, you want to travel from place A to place B. Okay, place A to place B. Assume that BMTC, Bangalore. Okay, BMTC is there. What you need to every day, what you do, get into the bus, you'll give the money to the conductor. Conductor will give that. Once again, he'll come. Once again, you want to travel. Again, you'll give that money to the conductor. He'll give you a ticket. That is how you will travel, right? Apart from that, there is something called pass. First pass is there now. What does it mean? That is all the money you would have given to some person, he would have given one pass. Okay. Now, whenever you want to travel, do you think you'll give the money again? No, just show the pass. Okay, he will tell you are allowed. You can go use the whatever the services BMTC is providing. Yes, like that only. Here, one scanner object has been created. Means what I do, I'll store this object. Let me tell scan as a reference, which is of type scanner. Why? Because RHS, what is there? Scanner type data is there now. So LHS are declared as a scanner. Now I can use it. If see here, it would have created somewhere in the memory and stored inside this particular location that where exactly the scanner object is there and inside that stream input stream is there. Through that, what I can do, I can collect the input from the user. Now what I do, I give one message to the user and tell system dot out dot println and tell enter first number. Then you tell me guys what will happen if I return anything inside a double quote inside the system out dot println, what will happen? It will be print exact like that only. Yeah. Then when you run the program, here it will come, object of a scanner will be created, this line will be printed. Means what is there? One message is given. Okay, please enter the first number. Now user will try to enter a number that you need to collect the number. But tell me, what is the first type number? It is of type integer. Okay, then I'll tell here as what I need to do. I need to collect an integer number. To collect the data, what is the possibility? The reference is scan I have created for scanner. Yes or no? So I'll tell you here something called scan. Okay. Now I want to collect what type of data? Integer data. So in the scanner class, already so many methods have been defined. That is to collect an integer, what is the method? To collect a string, what is the method? To collect a float, what is the method? To collect a double, to collect a boolean, everything they have already defined. Because remember what I told, this is just a stream, it is a pipe, but to collect the data in the program, everything is defined inside a scanner class. So I'm telling, hey scan. Scan means what? It is pointing to scanner object. It will be invoked, and I'm telling here, I want to collect an integer. Then you need to tell here as inbuilt method called next int method. Understood what is happening here? Remember, anything that is been ending with open and close braces means what is it? Method. Yes or no? Method open and close braces means end. But that is I'm telling, hey scanner class, invoke the next int method. Method means what it will do? It will go inside a method. It has already the developers has written the code how to collect an integer from the user. So what will happen in this line? Whatever user enters, that will collect it here, and you will store it inside variable called a, which is of type integer. That's it. You have collected a input from the user. Now I want to collect a second number. Same again. I'll tell it as something called system dot out dot println enter second number. Okay, I'll tell it as something called, again tell me guys what I need to do. I need to make use of scan only, right, to collect the data. I'll tell it what scan dot, I need to collect what type of data? Integer. Integer means what is the method name? Next int. I'll tell it as next int. Okay, then again user, whatever user it will collect it. I'll store it inside a variable called b, which is of type integer. Understood? So what happened here? We created an object of the scanner in which what is there? Input string is there. With the help of that scanner reference, what I did, I collected the first number, stored inside a variable. I collected the second number, stored inside a variable. Now we have collected both the numbers, right? Then we can easily proceed with my next program. So what is that? To get inside this particular method, what is required? Object is required. I'll tell it as new calculator. New calculator. I'll tell C, which is of type calculator. Okay. Next, I'll tell what is that? C dot add method. This time I'll not pass 10 and 20. Already the data I have collected and stored inside this variable A and B. I'll tell it as something called A, comma B. Telling us A, comma. So immediately whatever the data you have collected here, it will be stored inside this variable. This variable will be passed and same operation will be performed again. And whatever it will return, you collect it inside, store it inside a variable called sum, and which is of type int, and you can display here the sum is what sum. Clear? Is it clear? Shall I execute and show you this one? Okay.
Let us use the new calculator or the scanner escape new object scanner object
ऑब्जेक्ट ही है, लेकिन वो ऑब्जेक्ट बन रहा है स्कैनर क्लास का. ये क्या हो रहा है? कैलकुलेटर क्लास का. मैं बोल रहा हूं ना, सी स्कैनर क्लास has some methods that you want to use it. Calculator class has some method you want to use it. To use this particular method which is present inside a calculator class, you created an object of calculator. You want to use method present inside a scanner class, so you created an object of a scanner, which is a method. Next int is a method which is present in scanner class. So to access that method, what you have done, created an object and here. Now you will ask, sir, where is this scanner class? I have not written only, right? That is the inbuilt class. When you install Java, right? All the JVM, what will happen? What are the properties? Then all the inbuilt classes will be automatically inherited and it will be there in your computer already. When you install Java, all the things will come and it will be there. Only thing is you just need to use it. How to use it? Just create an object and start using it. Okay? Clear? Unlike clear, is it clear? Yeah. बोर्ड नहीं दिखाई दे रहा ना. वो बोर्ड ही तो है. Oh. Hey, you should tell me if board is not visible fully. Simply will be sitting. Okay, let me open my Eclipse. I'll type it in Eclipse and I'll show you. Okay. I'll share my screen. Is my screen visible? Okay, so let me close this. Okay. Yes, I need to tell you something else, but I did forgot to tell. But let me just come here. I'll tell calculator. Okay. And what I'll do here is something called int void. Int add. I'll tell int a comma int b. And what I'll do here is open and close. And I'll tell it as something called int c is equals to a plus b. Okay, I'll tell return C. Okay. Yeah. Now, see guys, when you create a scanner object, I told it is present in, it is a inbuilt class, right? Already code they have written. Now to see here, I'll just create and show, then I'll show the problem, then I'll give you the answer. Okay, new scanner, system dot in, and what I'll do, I'll create a reference for this one as something called scanner scan. Remember, you will also get this error. Okay. Now, can you see here? Error is coming here. I am telling my Java program to utilize the scanner. Okay, he is ready to utilize, but I should tell, right, in my Java where exactly in which location my scanner object is present so that it will import the data. Means in your C or C++ program, you might have written one on the top like hash include stdio.h. Yes or no? You have written right. What is that? It means that library files you import. Like this scanner is also inbuilt class, means it is present in some library. In which library it is present, I should tell him. Then only the problem will be solved. Okay. Then how to import a library file inside a Java means very simple, guys. I'll tell it as something called import java.util.scanner. Okay, scanner. It is present inside this particular package. Now see here error has gone. I'm telling that since you want to use a scanner class, please go to this particular package java.util.scanner. Inside that there is something called scanner class. You please take the data from there. Okay. Now let me show you something else. Can you see here something called JRE in my project? If you click on this one, can you see here so many classes and packages it is present here? Yes. Means this is where what will happen, all your data is present. Java.util. Let me check, is there any util package? Need to find which package it is present. ABCD, you know ABCD, guys? Find java.util. .NET, .manage is not here. Java. Do you find any java.util? Okay, then we need to find Java. See here, if inside this, if you go java.util. Can you see here? Java.util. Inside the, if you go here, can you see there will be something called scanner class? See here. Scanner. Yes, see, right? Yes, see. Can you see a scanner class? See here, tell me, all these classes have I written now manually? No, right? When I installed Java, when I took the, what is that? When I configured a Java, when I opened Eclipse, when I created a project, all these things came automatically. Can you see a scanner class? I'll open this class. I'll show you how it looks like. Can you see here? Oh, can you see here? Already code they have written. How exactly it should work, all the code. See here, how many lines they have written here? See here? Some 3,000 lines they have written. Some 3,000 lines of code they have written. That is the reason. See here, if you sit and write these things manually, just to collect an input only 3,000 lines, if you write, then what is the use? Yes or no? Will you use such kind of language? No, you will never use like this. Okay. So what we have done already, you can see here, what is that we want to find next int, right? I'll tell next int method. I'll try to find it. Can you see here? There will be one method. Has next int. See here, there is one method called has next int. Next int, not this one. Where is can you see a next int method is there? We are calling this particular. Means we created an object of a scanner class. Inside this, what is that? I'm calling a next int method. What will do? Immediately control will go here to this particular class. Then you can see here they are calling something other, something all from here. It will go somewhere from there. It will do all those things. It will do anyhow. At the end, what will happen? It will collect the input from the keyboard and it will give back to you. Is it clear? Understood why we need to create an object of a scanner class? Yes. Okay. Let me just close this. Okay, now let me just execute my program and I'll come here. I'll tell sysout. I'll tell enter first number. Okay, and I'll tell here as enter second number, but I need to collect the first number. I'll tell here as something called scan dot next int. Okay, see here so many methods are coming, but I want what next int method, and I'll tell it as something called a. Similarly, I'll tell I want to collect what next int. Can you see here so many methods are coming? Yes, and I will select next int method. I'll collect the data and store inside a variable called b. Next, what I'll do, I need to call the add method. Before that, I need an object of a calculator. I'll tell new calculator, C here, and I'll tell that C dot add method. You can see here A and B is coming. I'll collect and store inside a variable called sum. And what I'll do, oh, 1 second. I'll print it as the sum is, I'll tell sum. Okay, now let me run the program. Now look at here, guys. I'm not giving any static data. Dynamically, every time when I'm running the program, it will work. See here, it is asking me to enter the first number. Let me give something called 10,000. Okay, second time, enter the second number. I'll give it as something called 500. Okay, now what should be the output? 10,500. I'll click on enter. Can you see here? The sum is 10,500. Once again, I'll run the program. I can give the some other number. I'll tell it as something called 100. I'll tell 200. The sum is 300. Means what is happening? Every time you are running the program, the control is in the user side. What number he want to pass, that is he can decide during a run time. That is, we are giving a dynamic input to our program. समझ आया? सही में? See here. Here, this message, enter the first number is there now. It is been displayed. When come to the second line, what is that? It is expecting to collect something from the user. Where it is expecting? In the console only. So what you did, you gave entered 100 here. So what will happen? That 100 will collect and store inside this variable. Next, second message, that is enter second number. Again, what is there? It is expecting some input from the user. So once you give this input to the user, what you are doing from a console, you are trying to interact with your program here. That's it. 100 जो जा रहा है ये में जा रहा है, हाँ int A में. 200 जा रहा है B में. Second now. Okay, yes, that's great. Any other doubts you have in this one? Any other doubts? Quickly copy this. Multiplier. Same. Again, create one more method. Give the code of multiplication. Okay, you want me to do okay, let me give one more method here as something called, let me collect the same thing. And method name, I'll give it as something called mul. And instead of A, what I'll do this multiplication. And what I'll do here is, I'll tell something called c.mul method. I'll pass A and B, and I'll collect as mul. And what I'll do, I'll display the data. Okay. Okay, I'll tell the multiplication is something called mul. Okay, let me run the program. Java application. Okay, now you can see here addition and multiplication both will come 10 and 20. The addition is 30, multiplication is what? 200, right? Are we getting expected data? Okay, Sarfaraz. Okay, guys, quickly copy this program. Make it fast. Make sure you write this import also. Next, after few days, I'll show you the, maybe next class only I'll show you the shortcut. You need not to type that package name also. It will come automatically. Shortcut I'll show. But right now, you write it manually, practice it and come. ऊपर इतना ही है. This package depends on what you have created. Okay, that is the reason I will not show the package. Copy from here. Make it fast, guys. Hey, we spent almost 1 hour in this one. Yeah. No, 45 minutes I have spent here. Okay, at least I'm not going fast. Your people are comfortable and understanding this. That is sufficient, guys. Once basics is clear, we can go a little bit fast. कौन सा? और time अभी भी 1.5 Yes, completed. Online completed, guys. Okay. Yeah, this almost time also done. I have another class. Any other doubts you have in today's class? Any other doubts? Fine, yes. Then that's it from my side for today. We'll see. I'll see you guys on Monday. From Monday, we are going to start very important topic, the new topic, that is data types. Okay, please do not miss the class. Our class will begin at the same time, that is 10:15, because morning I have another class. So I'll finish it and I'll come. Okay, so come back at 11.
10:15 or 10:50, sir?
10:15, 15.
Okay.
And Monday will go up to 11:30. Okay, class will go up to 11:30, and I'll see you guys tomorrow Monday. Huh? There. Okay. Thank you guys.